Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
What up, Boring Reviews? Jody here. What?
Nick here.
What?
I just love it. It's just so quick. Like, Gabe takes, a few minutes to get it all out there, and he points to me. You're just like, Jody here. I wasn't ready for it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Boring Reviews, and we are bringing another
Video. On Fort... Is it Kochi is so bad. Kochi Beach.
Oh my gosh. So this is a Kerala tourism video. We had done a Kerala video, about a few months back. We were at the old Studio A, and I was thinking, it's been getting a little bit of love, especially recently, so why not revisit? This is the beaches in Kerala, places to visit in Kochi, I think is how you say. I'm not exactly sure.
Kochi, that's a good way.
I think it sounds pretty
Yeah,
good.
why did I say that? That's why you read the names.
That's why Boring Reviews, that's why I'm here. All right. And as far as beaches go, I have a little bit of connection there because I grew up in California, an hour away from the beach. We would go there every summer, several times throughout the summer. We would have church trips there. We would have get-alongs, 4th of July's. And then, you're used to living a certain way. And then I moved here to Nevada when I was an adult, met Jody, and I realized not everyone has that experience growing up, just where the beach is just right there.
No, but back then our Lake Mead used to be a lot more full of water, so we would spend our summers at the beaches at Lake Mead. Nowadays there's no water, no beach.
We have some sand. There's water. It's just gone down. It's crazy because it's a man-made lake, and it's a great reservoir for
huge,
us here in Nevada, so that we can have some water in case it's a drought or whatever, which seems like it's always in a drought. But when you go around in the boat on the water, you can see the water lines on the rocks and how they've gone down considerably. So that's what she means. Yes. There still is water there. Okay,
there's water there, but you also have to be careful. So when I was younger, you could just take your boat anywhere. Now you have to be mindful because since it is man-made, there's some big hills and whatnot that people have kind of hurt their boats by accidentally running into them, not knowing they were there.
Yes, and...
So now let's start.
Yeah, so I made my connection. She made her connection. Let's jump into this. Tourism is always a great type of video for us to watch because I can, see, we don't have to go there. We can watch the video on it. It's a beautiful thing.
And I love beaches.
So we're going to see what we have to see here. I'm going to be looking through a lens of what I'm used to seeing the beaches in California. She's going to be using the Lake Mead lens. And we're going to check this out. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe.
I've been to beaches in California, in Florida, in the Caribbean. I'm going to look at what beaches can I relax in and read a book. Press play, baby.
All inclusive?
All inclusive, yes.
Here we go.
Sandals.
Yes, exactly. It has some nice soothing music in these videos.
With the towering Chinese fishing nets overlooking the Arabian Sea, Fort Kochi Beach is a popular place to hang out for locals and visitors. Besides the Chinese fishing nets, the beach is lined by small eateries and shops selling fresh catch from the sea. The beach is generally clean. At one end of the beach is a pretty lighthouse. It was a fishing village before it got developed and formed part of the city of Kochi. The beach has many cultural influences of the Dutch, the Portuguese, and the British who ruled here and had trade. Fort Emmanuel, the remnants of which can be seen along the beach, is one of them. The raw and unused stretch of Fort Kochi Beach is a loner's delight, where one could swim, play cricket or volleyball, and even manage to practice yoga. If you are lucky, you would be able to spot dolphins. The colorful carnival on New Year's Day is a major draw at the Fort Kochi Beach.
I actually wasn't too far off on that, you say it. That sand looks really nice though. Nice and soft.
You were way off.
It's crazy how different the people who go to the beach in this video versus if you were to watch one in California.
Well, they just got the regular street clothes. They got their pants hiked up.
They're even in the water in their sandals.
Yeah, look at that right there with the pants. Their suits,
Yeah.
outfits, I should say. I mean, and what she means is like California, they all have like their swimsuits, their bikinis, their board shorts. You have some that are just rocking wherever they want to rock, but very seldomly.
For the most part, there's less clothes than there are more.
The American way.
Gotta work on those hands. I'm curious if the water is warm or cold. Let us know in the chat. What's the water temperature? Because in California, it is cold. Like, I don't get in the water in California.
Well, I imagine it's pretty warm as it's close to the equator.
Yeah.
Southern California beaches can be a little cold, but not nearly as cold as Northern California, so it's still pretty nice to go swimming in.
Or freezing.
People in Northern California, I don't think they go to the beach too much as far as for recreation. I'm sure some do, but
You probably
it's really
sit
cold.
and watch and enjoy the scenery more than the water. I know that the Caribbean, their water's like super nice and warm. Must go into fishy nets. It's pretty though, all the trees in the background.
The charge there where the rocks go out. Reminds me of that movie, Kumbhalanga Nights. How you just jump in the boat and then go to the other side,
Yeah.
go visit someone or whatever, go to a little island and make out.
Very relaxing view of the ocean.
Yeah, that almost reminded me of like I mean there was some dialogue in there, but almost like a meditation type video.
Yeah.
Our youngest son, he's full of energy, and meditation works really well for him. Soothing sounds and some music to help him fall asleep, and that's what that kind of reminded me of, especially the second half of that. Now those beaches, I mean, beaches are beaches, right? Some beaches are very different looking than others, but for the most part, they're beaches, and you see a lot of those broken up large rocks, and it makes you wonder how long ago was that just part of the earth until root wedging, ice wedging, different kind of things happened to break those rocks into those different pieces right there. That's a little bit of science right there, but it just makes me wonder. And a lot of that was like dark rocks, so it looks almost like volcanic rocks. So I wonder if there's volcanoes that were active at one point in Kerala. That's kind of where my mind was going. But yes, that was a beautiful shot where you were able to look on the other side of the bay or the cove or whatever you want to call that with the trees. They weren't too tall, but it's kind of a nice height. It made a nice view right there.
Yeah, it was nice. So beaches here in America, people like lay out, like they put their towel out and lay
They're
down.
all day long they're there.
They put their chairs out. They even put tents up because they're there all day. Like, people barbecue and like they eat, and it's like morning to night. And it didn't seem to have too many people like laying out. There's a lot of people standing and feeling the water and kind of enjoying that social aspect, but not a lot of the just kind of vegging out, being lazy, getting some sun. So I'm curious if that happens.
I would assume it would in some place. It depends on the kind of beach. Like when I said that reminds me of a cove, there's La Jolla Cove in Southern California near San Diego, and there's not a lot of sand to do that. And if you were to do that, then you're kind of being a jerk because you're taking up everyone else's opportunity to come here and just enjoy the water or the shore. In other places like in Oceanside and whatnot, whereas Huntington Beach, you got these wide stretches of sand, and then you have the shore right there so that you can put your stuff out. But you're right, people, they make camp, they put out their towels, they put out their bags, that we bring sheets, blankets, or whatever, and put it down. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same in other places in Kerala where the sand is wider, but let us know if that's something like, no, that doesn't really happen here, Nick, or that definitely happens.
Because that's what I'm curious about. I mean, because you saw the one family kind of sitting and maybe eating or something off to the side, and they said there's a lot of eateries around there. So I'm curious if it's more of like you just go play in the water, maybe leave, go eat, come back. Or if it's like you hang out at the beach, you bring the food there, you sit down and have your picnic.
One of my favorite things to do, and if these places are always expensive, is to find like a little restaurant there on the beach, or maybe a little higher elevated where you can look out onto the beach. That's always a really nice ambiance and environment where you're just sitting there, you're eating some food. Typically it's seafood or something like that, but you just have that shore, you hear the beaches sound. That's a beautiful thing. So it makes sense that there be some restaurants and some eateries there.
You've never taken me to a restaurant on the pier.
We don't live next to the beach.
And how many times have we been to California?
So, if you liked our reaction to this, you see how I sidestepped that.
Just tell me in the comments to take me.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you have some other tourism videos, it doesn't have to be Kerala, anywhere in the world really, go ahead and give us the link in the request, and we'll take a look at that and see if we want to do it. With all that being said, thanks for joining us. Until next time.
Goodbye.